All right, now this is where you now have to read the play. You now have to study because this dude came back again. Now, when I first came here, he was parked behind my truck. And when I looked at the sign and everything, and I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about, I looked at all the trees and they just, they got it posted up on all the trees, but in this specific block, in this, only right here. And he takes off and he leaves. Then he come back and he sits right across from me and he stares at me, just staring at me. So I walk out the fence to look at the sign again to see what actual time and all that. And I look at him, he takes off. And then he comes back again staring at me. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta read the play here, T. What's going on here? Cause it's like now he officially just, picking me to where he knows that's my vehicle and he must know that I can't move it. Cause he's looking for me to do something, these signs down or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what make a person put up signs in the wee hours of the night anyways? I thought you do stuff like that in the daytime. And he just keeping himself, he just posting around and that. But, when it comes to serving God, bro, you never know what you're gonna encounter. You never know who you're going to run across. All right, they got people, man, that were just, you know what I'm saying? And they're young and old. They're young and old, bro. Like, you seen that movie Legend, I believe, Legion or whatever they call it? And they had that old lady sitting at the table eating a big ass steak or whatever, and she just bust out saying that she was gonna kill the baby, all that type of shit, and then she turned into a big ass monster and started crawling on the ceiling like a fly and shit. And I'm like, I have encountered people like that. No matter how old they are. Say, bro, I had a woman, bro, she sold me a house, helped me get a loan to buy a house. It was a fourplex. And I was supposed to turn this fourplex into a battered woman's shelter. It was a fourplex. 2-bedroom. Wait. No, it was a 1-bedroom. But you could make it into a 2-bedroom. So I was going to turn this fourplex, it was out here in Springfield, Missouri, into a battered woman's shelter. It had a park across the street and everything where the kids could go right across the street to the park, swimming pool, all that. And I was going to straight up do this. I had money to pay off the loan and everything. And what happened was, they saw that I was serious, and they took back the loan. I mean, after I went and signed all the papers and everything. And the people who hated me so much for preaching must have, like, drilled her for, you know what I'm saying? And, bruh, that woman cursed God out in front of me and everything, like, la, la, la. And I'm like, well, I'll be. At first, we met on a God tip about what I was doing and everything. But now, it's all this type of yah about God and everything. And I'm like, damn, And I'm like, you dig that experience right there? You know what I'm saying? Life experience, man. That's what we named our first segment this morning. But we turned it around to manipulation. Because ever since I started preaching for God, I have experienced a bunch of demons that came in the name of God. Literally. And bruh, it's corrupted. I'm talking about, bruh, it's so possessed with so-called people of God, dog. It's a shame. Boy, it is a shame. You really would see a lot of things that has been said about me and all that, it was for something bad to happen between me and the streets. Since they know that I was living in the streets and everything, and I had ties with the streets from my past and all that type of stuff, they was trying to make it look like it was a, gang-related thing when it came to St. Louis and all this stuff or whatever. And just a whole lot of other situations they try to throw in the mix of getting me caught up bad. And I'm like, you did. I'm thanking God on every step that I make, because to be careful on your walk with God. Say, bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, you have only one wrong move. When you seriously serving God and you seriously, you heard me, got enemies of the devil, bro, this ain't got nothing to do with the streets. You know what I'm saying? Anybody starving could get paid to do something, and they don't even know what they really doing. They just know that, hey, I'm getting paid to do this. Most of these fools. But dude, you got one move when you serving God, dog, and it's called backslide. If you are in the eyes of a bunch of heathens, pagans, and atheists calling themselves the man of God, and you are serving God, say, bro, when that trap is set with that female or drugs or something, bro, just something out of whack that is you know what I'm saying, appropriate when it comes to serving God, boy, they will be on you like white on rice, man, and will definitely make it to where like we was talking about yesterday, people who know that you ain't supposed to live like that, they know that you are worthy of death when you do, you know what I'm saying, the abominations of God, serving God. They know that you are worthy of death, and they'll make it to where you'll get caught up by God like they did with the Indians. When they came out here and they manipulated them people, bro, into doing the things that was against God. They didn't even know the rules and all that about God. And they didn't come and tell them. These people came as the Antichrist. This was the Antichrist that they talk about in the Bible. These people came as the Antichrist to these Indians. And now you got all these other fools up in here who wants to take and manipulate the system that a lot of people then gave their lives and fought for, and act like they the ones that died for the freedom around here and everything. You did? So I mean, the only reason why the tribe of Israel is so lost is because they keep manipulating their own asses. They don't want to follow directions of their own Bible, of their own religion. The religion is called the gospel, not all these different prefixes they got out here. It is called the gospel of God. That is period. It's simple. Some people say the gospel of Jesus and all that, bro. All this is God. Anything that God sent is God's work. This is the gospel of God. Period. And that's why they stay lost, because they can't even much find, you know what I'm saying, the time to agree with their own selves. They put themselves in chains. And for the person that's weak in their faith, don't know what they're doing and everything, it's easy to manipulate them and get you to believe anything they saying. I mean, come on, bro, for real, dog, for real. So God sent you, but He ain't sent Jesus, but He sent you. Really? Don't make no sense. It really don't make no sense. God sent everybody but Jesus. One.